Welcome to today's Explainer. I am genuinely so excited for a session today because we're about to unlock what I like to call a master key to the Spanish language. We're talking about los verbos regulares AR, regular AR verbs. Look, if you're anywhere near the beginning of your Spanish journey, grab a notebook, get comfortable, and get ready because what we're going to cover today is going to literally multiply your ability to speak and understand Spanish instantly.
Here's a super quick roadmap for today. First, the magic pattern. Second, the two-step rule. Third, we'll practice by conjugating hablar. Fourth, some essential Spanish vocabulary. And finally, pronunciation tips and tricks. Let's get right into it.
All right, Section 1, the magic pattern. So think about this for a second. How do you learn literally hundreds of Spanish verbs all at once? I know it sounds like a complete trick question, right? But I promise you it's not. Here's something totally game-changing about Spanish. It has hundreds of verbs that end in the letters AR, and the vast majority of them follow the exact same structural pattern. This is huge. It means you don't have to agonize over memorizing hundreds of unique individual words. You learn this one pattern just once, and boom, you've unlocked the ability to use all of them.
The core logic here is just beautifully simple. Every regular verb is made up of two parts, a stem and an ending. And the rule is basically this. The stem stays exactly the same. Think of it as your anchor. It does not move. Only the ending changes, and it changes to show us exactly who is doing the action. So you have this solid, unchanging stem acting as your foundation, while those shifting little endings do all the heavy lifting to tell us if I am doing it or you are doing it.
Moving right along to Section 2, the two-step rule.
So the whole trick here is understanding exactly how to swap out those endings. And I've got a fail-proof two-step formula for you. Step 1. Find the stem. You do this simply by chopping off the AR from the full verb, which we call the infinitive. For example, if our verb is hablar, which means to speak, we just drop that AR. That leaves us with HABL. That is our stem. Step 2. You just add the new ending that matches the subject. You know, the person actually doing the action.
And those endings change perfectly based on the subject. Let me break it down for you. If the subject is yo, meaning I, you tack on an O. If the subject is tu, meaning the informal you, the ending is as. If it's el for he, ella for she, or usted for the formal you, the ending is just an a. Moving over to plurals, for nosotros or nosotras, meaning we, the ending is amos. And finally, for ellas or ellas, meaning they, or ustedes for you all, the ending is an. Notice how that neutral stem just sits perfectly still while these dynamic little endings jump in to tell us who is acting.
Oh, and before we actually apply this, quick cultural side note here, and it's a really good one to know. In Latin American Spanish, we actually don't use the pronoun vosotros to say you all. Instead, ustedes is used for all groups of two or more people. The best part? It covers both formal and informal situations. So, whether you're talking to a group of your best friends at a party or a strict board of directors in Latin America, you just use ustedes and that a and the n ending. Super simple and highly efficient.
All right, it is time to put this into practice. Section 3, conjugating the verb hablar. Hablar means to speak, and it's basically the ultimate model verb for us to use today.
We are going to practice conjugating this together. I'm going to say the Spanish clearly, and I want you to echo it right back to me wherever you are listening from. And then I'll give you the English meaning. Remember that stem, H-A-B-L, is not going to change. Ready? Let's do it. Yo hablo. Say it with me. Yo hablo. I speak. Tú hablas. Let's hear it. Tú hablas. You speak. Él, ella, usted habla. Try that. Él, ella, usted habla. He, she, or you formal speak. Nosotros hablamos. Together. Nosotros hablamos. We speak. Ellos, ellas, ustedes hablan. Last one. Ellos, ellas, ustedes hablan. They or you all speak. Absolutely excellent job. Seriously, you just conjugated a Spanish verb. Okay, now that you've got this master key, it's time to go open some doors. Section 4, Essential Spanish Vocabulary. We're going to expand your toolkit with 8 brand new verbs that follow this exact same two-step rule. Let's start with these first 4 verbs. Just like we did a minute ago, listen, repeat it out loud, and lock in that meaning. Caminar. Try it. Caminar. To walk. Comprar. Say it. Comprar. To buy. Descansar. Once more. Descansar. To rest. Estudiar. Let's hear it. Estudiar. To study. Doing great. Let's add 4 more right into your vocabulary list. Escuchar. Try it. Escuchar. To listen. Mirar. Say it. Mirar. To watch or to look at. Trabajar. With me. Trabajar. To work. Necesitar. Last one. Necesitar. To need. And remember the beauty of this, because all 8 of these are regular R verbs, you can take absolutely any of them, chop off that R at the end, and just plug in those exact same endings we practiced with hablar. It's like magic.
We are totally in the home stretch now. Section 5, pronunciation tips and tricks. Consider this the boss level of today's explainer, a quick cuidado or watch out warning before we finish up.
First up is the verb estudiar, meaning to study. Now the trap here is that final letter I. When we apply step 1 and drop the AR, our stem is E-S-T-U-D-I. That I is actually part of the stem, not the ending. A super common mistake is to drop it by accident and say, yo estudo. Scratch that, it's totally incorrect. The correct form keeps that I right where it is, yo estudio. You want to pronounce all those vowels really clearly so they don't get lost. It's 4 distinct beats. Let's try it. Yo estudio. Say it. Yo estudio. I study. Whatever you do, don't drop that I.
Our second quick warning is for the verb trabajar, to work. In Spanish, the letter J has a strong, breathy H sound, almost like a little scrape at the back of your throat. When you conjugate it to yo, the spelling is T-R-A-B-A-J-O. The mistake people make is softening that sound into a hard English G, saying something like yo trabajo. No way, that is incorrect. That J sound has got to stay strong in all the forms. Listen and repeat, yo trabajo. Try it out, yo trabajo, I work. Keep that J nice and crisp.
Well, you have done some fantastic work today. You now genuinely hold the master key to hundreds of Spanish words. But before we totally wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final actionable challenge to test out your brand new skills right now. Can you use your master key to conjugate the verb necesitar, which means to need, for the subject nosotros, which means we? Think through the 2-step rule. Find the stem, then find the nosotros ending. Put them together. Got it? If you came up with necesitamos, meaning we need, then you have absolutely 100% nailed this pattern. Thank you so much for hanging out and learning with me today. Keep practicing those endings and have fun using your new master key in Spanish.